topic actually is a request. So shout out to DJ Cuda. So yeah, give him a shout out. So, but I had to do this in a different way. So what I mean by this is I couldn't just come up with a title about the sneaky quiet girl, like, because that's kind of like he wanted me to talk about that. So, but I have to talk about it in a different way, the way I want to unpack it. So, given the title that I've decided to go with, embodies what I'm talking about. Uh, so this idea of the sneaky quiet girl, like if you will, what I mean by this is, yeah, the girl that was teased in high school, right? Teased in high school for her looks. Maybe she looked goofy, whatever. And yeah, she was nice. Just like the nice guy, she was nice. Like she just wanted to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And kept teasing her. But yet, fast forward, look at her now. Lo and behold, I guess allegedly the quote unquote ugly duckling became the beautiful swan. Now, of course, yeah, with a few BBLs and magic of surgery and filter work, yeah, you can see how, yeah, she's still that same duckling underneath all the makeup and the BBLs, right? I hope I didn't just say BBW. I meant to say BBL. So I hope I didn't say BBW. I apologize if I did. But yeah, either way, I'm just saying for there have been some gals like, and I'm talking about before all this filter and BBLs was even a thing, right? And all the extra makeup was trendy to where now a gal can put on makeup and you wouldn't know what she looked like the next day. Like there's actually some African countries that they do one or two things. One, they'll surprise a bride by throwing her in a pool of water before she gets to the altar just to see how she looks without, all the makeup, because all the makeup would have rinsed off of her face after she got out the pool. And, her hair, you get to see what her hair is like if she got on a wig or something like that. Like you get to see it all in the raw because you surprised her. And then, if he likes her, he'll look at her and say, she is naturally beautiful. Oh my God. Now I accept you to be my wife. Like there is that. But then there's also the case of where, I don't know if this is premarital, if you will, or however you want to look at it, or courting, where, that man needs to see what she looks like the next day. Like, I don't know if it's the honeymoon phase of how some Africans do it. Like, they just have this sense of where, like, yo, before we really say I do, I need to see what you naturally look like first thing in the morning. Like, yeah, this is the real deal now. Not to digress, but there are some gals that they were bullied and teased back in high school. But I tell you right now, they look much better in the morning than the gals that probably were pretty back in high school, but they fell off the rockers as they got older. You see? So, yeah, this is before the filters of virtual filters and makeup and BBLs back in the day. I've known a few gals growing up where they look pretty nice, as they've gotten older, and they've become you know, full grown women, if you will. So there's a lot of guys out there, not to really say that this is clickbait what I'm talking about, but there are a lot of guys, not just one particular guy, but there are a lot of guys that instantly regret teasing and bullying some gals that they knew from back in the day. Like, dang, I didn't know she was gonna be caked up like that. Whew, golly, it's all natural too. Oh, her hair, oh my gosh. She hardly wears makeup. OMG. Like, yeah, man, she really that deal. Like, bro, she came out, did a whole complete metamorphosis on you. She truly blossomed. She's truly that pick me, pick me of all the flowers out there, all the other flowers that have withered over time. They were early bloomers. Yeah, she was probably a late bloomer with her beauty, but dang, oh, she liked you too? Oh man, I feel bad for you. I bet you feeling bad right now, bro. Like, this be real. Like, dudes be regretting, like, dang, I messed with that. I messed up. with this chick. She was quiet. Maybe she was a little goofy. Maybe she was into Comic Con, comic books, deep into science. And I say to all you nerdy gals, I know y'all be wanting dudes to give y'all some attention. Stay in them books. You need to get around a man that's intelligent as well. Y'all can have some very intelligent children. Just trying to bring a better generation out here. And I say for all you nerdy dudes, quit trying to go for these supermodels and all that crap. You need a gal that's smart with you. So, and I know there's a social dynamic to that. I'll have to explore that one day as to why the nerdy dude and the nerdy gal don't necessarily get together. But hey, you know what? Hey, yours truly was pretty much like a nerd myself. I guess I still am. I mean, I'm rocking a astronaut for my avatar, rayology, the science of Ray, the study of Ray, right? Like, I guess I'm still a little nerdy. I don't know. Like, but not to digress. Still, I mean, a smart, nerdy kind of gal growing up, kind of quiet. That's sexy, man. I always thought that was cute. I've never had a problem with a gal like that growing up. But the problem was if some of them probably wasn't aware of me and they weren't getting that kind of love or attention, they would probably do anything to get it, especially nowadays, because dudes will just lay up with anything nowadays. Sometimes the nerdy gal, she'll settle by going on these dating apps now, or she'll just try to wear something a little more skimpy, even though she's still growing in her own skin. She's not fully matured yet as a woman. Unfortunately, she'll get a little soft and naive as well, and it's sad because it's like, no, stay smart. Just stay smart, stay low key. And there's a guy out there that's actually watching you, and he has respect for you. See, what I mean by this is when you're not trying to throw yourself out there, low key guys that are really respectful, respect the gal that's like into her books, and she's really trying to do something. Now, there are guys that do try to take advantage of gals like that too, but like I said, that's only when you're throwing yourself out there like that because you feel like you don't have a man right now, or you want just somebody to be with you. Like, nah, just be yourself. And there's a certain guy out there, he's watching, and you just, I mean, I guess to not be so vague and fragmented with what I'm talking about. Uh, for the gal that's like the quiet kind of nerdy gal like that, and you're not getting that kind of attention because you might seem like you're too good to be true for a lot of guys. Like you're just actually very soft spoken. You're smart. You don't say a lot. You don't really like to argue. You're quiet. You're introvert. You're all of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'd say uh, just try to find more places, venues where there are a lot of other intelligent guys like that. And he's handsome, you think he's actually handsome too. Like there's guys like that. They're out there. I'm one of them, and I'm not putting my little calling card out there when I say that. I'm just saying, like, as an example, if you can use me as an example, that's cool because there are guys that are gentlemen out there that are smooth and they're very intelligent, well reserved, uh, and they actually would prefer an intelligent woman. Someone that's into more the sapiosexual side of things. So I heard that word thrown around a lot these days. When back in the days it was just hey, she was intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was valedictorian, just into her books. Uh, but she wasn't trying to be a career woman. She wasn't trying to be an independent woman. See, that's the other thing. You have some mothers that do have, and yes, I say it, some mothers, if they grew up like single mothers and they have these intelligent daughters, try to have them go about being an independent woman. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But that's happened though. Because if you have a gal that's rocking like a 4 point something GPA and she's just smart as a whip, and you could kind of you know, get her to look some type of way, look good as she gets older and stuff, and just show her the power of her intelligence and air her head up with that. Like, she probably might end up one of those independent women that a lot of people talk about. But I'd say for the girl that know who she is and what she's about, and she's not trying to look all slutty like that out there, and she just wants to be timid and humble. Hey, remain you. And maybe you don't have the bad chick body. You know what I'm saying? Like the way your body is built like that and stuff, but you're just you. There's a guy out there that likes you just for being you. I'd say more guys that are more mature as men, they're more attracted to what's inside of you, not necessarily what's outside of you. Yeah, that's fine too, what's on the outside. That can be worked on by him, if you will, in his own way of how he's intimate with you. I'm going to just say it that way. Uh, but yeah, more mature man values you more for your inside. So guys that instantly regret teasing you while you were in high school, they the ones that didn't care about your inside. Uh, and I say even if there's actually young guys checking this video out, because I made it to where I don't know, I made it to where it's not really for kids. But let's say you're a young guy that's, in the midst of graduating from high school and stuff like that. Uh, hey, at this point, man, any gal in high school that likes you is actually the most innocent you're gonna get a gal right now before she gets caught up in the indoctrination of college and the world and stuff like that. Like that gal out of high school, you might want to keep her number, young man. You might want to keep in touch with her. And maybe everybody else kind of look at her a certain way, but you and her probably were pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that bad girl in high school. The one that probably has a more mature body, if you will. Get with the girl that likes you. Even guys from off the blade, if you know what I'm talking about. These guys that be, dealing with all these streetwalkers and stuff like that. They'll even tell you, get with the girl that likes you. So you guys come out of high school, get with that girl that like you. You might not be feeling her like that right now because you probably caught up on a girl that looks like a vixen. No, you need to get with the girl that's be willing to sit up there and be fixing you a plate. Forget the vixen. Get a girl that's fixing you a plate, and she's fixing to talk to you about these fixings. Like projects and stuff like that. Y'all can work on. She actually help you with your business and stuff like that. No, she's not going. She's not going to end up like Jeff Bezos' wife. I think Jeff Bezos' wife was pretty intelligent, but I'll have to look more into that too, right? That's another conversation. Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. That's what I meant to say, right? Yeah, she got him for billions of dollars. That's another conversation though. But yeah, just kind of tying in with, I guess to wrap up this particular video, to tie in with what I just previously spoke about with nice guys being too good to be true at times. To relate this to the feminine, right? Because like I said, you'll have a girl that was teased and bullied in high school, but the dude instantly regrets it later because he's had many broken hearts and gals not appreciating him. But maybe he remembers that one chick who, he probably teased, but she was willing to spend some time with him. She was willing to talk to him on the phone for hours, but he kind of played it off because he was waiting until like after the pep rally to be with the bad chick in the high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I get a chance to bag the, this sophomore, this junior, from varsity, like, all that, get to sneak behind the parents to do so. Yet, this young girl right here, she probably wasn't the most attractive to you, visually or whatever, but she was nice and she was willing to spend time with you, man, and talk to you. You want to keep a girl like that around, I promise you, man. And you can spruce her up, man. You the man. You the artist. She's the canvas, man. You know, and she's maturing. She's gonna be whatever you want her to be as far as everything, aesthetically, in a positive way though. Not talking about negative, right? Like she's your image, she's your reflection, she's your rib, man. And you support her. You'd be surprised, man. Next thing you know, that same quiet gal that was teased and bullied out of high school, and she got around a dude that actually appreciated her as she got older. Like, everybody looked over her. Every dude slept on her. Even some of these gals, trying to talk about her. But yet the dude that was with her that appreciated her, right? One day she might have a surprise for you, bro. She gonna be like, hey, I want to surprise you. And then you gonna be like, oh, what's up? What's up? And then, man, she come in your room with that nice little thing on. You like, what? Like, God, like just throw you off. Like, oh my gosh, like. And she was like, this is all for you. Like, dang. Like, see, that's it. That's it right there. That's it right there, man. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the ugly duckling, if you will, that everybody made fun of, became the swan for you. No swan song, because this ain't the last time. This is just the first time. Y'all just getting started. And then y'all have a wonderful family together, man. Uh, yeah, get with the girl that likes you. That's all I can really tell you. Not the girl that's gonna be toxic. And yeah, she might have certain looks and curve appeal, but she got bad nerve appeal. Ooh, new terminology from yours truly, right on the spot. She got good curve appeal, but bad nerve appeal. Real talk. So, the girl that's quiet, she probably ain't out there like that. What I was talking about, somebody, with DJ Kuda wanted, he made that request to talk about the sneaky quiet girl. The girl that ain't around everybody, but she loves a man that's around her. She loves to be around that man. She wants to be there watching movies with you. She wants to be there with you even when you're sick. She wants to sit there and just tend to you, just spend time with you. Like, there are girls like this out there, guys. You know what I'm saying? There are girls out there that they're about your business. They're not just about business, they're about your business. Because it takes an intelligent woman, let me repeat that again. It takes an intelligent woman to be about your business. Real talk. She ain't about your business, guess what, bro? She a basic chick. Her mind's like a bird brain. It takes an intelligent woman to be about your business, guys. I kid you not. All right? So that little quiet gal that was bullied and teased and all that for whatever, but she gonna be this nice little beautiful swan for you. They called her this little ugly duckling, but yet, she's showing you all that love. You're around a toxic chick, bro. She ain't even trying to show you that kind of love. Don't take for granted the girl that's in your life that's trying to show you the love. And yes, she might not be built like a vixen. You can, you can fix her up, man. Just by being there with her, motivating her, doing things with her. A lot of that, man. Like, it's possible. It's out there, man. All I can say is it's out there. We got to just stop looking at one way a woman should look like. We got to stop looking at one way a girl should be like and feel like and all that stuff. Like, if she don't like you, what's the point, right? She's just there around for whatever reason. Like, I think all this stuff they be talking about out here is not that deep. It really isn't. Like, um, the girl that likes you, even the one that everybody slept on, uh, she's awake for you, right? So don't sleep on her, fellas. Don't sleep on that type of gal. Uh, just keep her with you at all times as much as possible, because there's gonna be days where you just wish you had a woman. Just someone that actually cares. And I'm not talking about someone you using just because you don't have nobody around at that time. I'm saying like someone that actually has shown you love. When all these other gals have come and go, excuse me, when all these other gals have come and gone, this gal stays because she's intelligent. She has some logic to her. She's taking on your logic. See, once again, it takes an intelligent woman to take on even a man's logic. To have enough logic to take on a man's logic, that takes an intelligent woman. You know what I'm saying? So a girl that's willing to have certain conversations with you, like some dudes get mad and they get intimidated, like, man, she ain't finna come off like she's smarter than me. Like, man, ain't that what building is? Like, she ain't trying to overdo you. Like, she's trying to actually come to you and make sure, hey, is this okay? Like, hey, I was thinking about this, honey. I just wanted to talk to you about it. What do you think? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, yeah. But I don't know, man. All I'm just saying is that dudes that be putting down these type of gals, they be regretting it later, man. After getting with all these little vixens, then ain't even trying to sit there and fix them a plate. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to, work on some business with them and build something, really build something. He getting around gals that are trying to destroy him, not build things with him. Like, he gonna be thinking about that one gal that he decided not to call back or not to check on her. She probably was from high school and, hey, how's it going? How things been? What school did you decide to go to? How's life been going? And she probably was the type that was not judgmental. She could care less if you had a place or not. See, oh, that part. An intelligent woman not just gonna judge a man by what he has, what he doesn't have, his state of life. She gonna be like, things happen. It's okay, but how you been doing though? Are you okay? Like, that's what men want to hear. That's what men should be wanting to hear, right? And that's what a real man is going to hear. He's not going to accept nothing less from that. He's not going to accept nothing less than that. But see, that's the thing. A certain gal that dude slept on earlier on, that's what she has to give in reciprocal ways. Like she offers that. She has that type of empathy, right? Like she has enough logic in her to be like that. Like, yo, things happen. Like just those two words, things happen. How many times a guy's gonna hear that from a gal nowadays? From a gal that's like a vixen type, a gal that don't care about him. He ain't gonna hear that. She gonna probably say to him, that type of chick, she gonna be like, uh, how so? Not things happen, but how so? Like something you did wrong. You ain't on what you about. Hey, what's good, Red Pill in the Wind? Yeah, man. Talking about, we got to really break down the gals that were overlooked. The Myras. Even Steve Urkel overlooked Myra trying to get with Laura. Should have stuck with Myra. Man, I was more attracted to Myra growing up watching Family Matters, man. I wanted to be with Myra, man. Forget Laura. I'm just saying. Real talk. You got to change up just to be with Laura. You got to become freaking Stefan. Man, forget that, man. I'm getting with Myra, dude. Yeah. Hey, you already know it, Red Pill. We throwing these uppercuts, man. That's what we doing around here, man. We trying to change some things because I feel that even let's say with all the red pill talks out here we've been having, man, all that, there's a certain gal out there that's just like, hey, me. She got her hand up. The quiet gal. She got her hand up with her glasses on. We know this, man. We know this. She got her hands up in the row of all these little vixens that want to sit here and be like, oh, here y'all go again, talking about body counts and talking about all this accountability and all that. I ain't trying to hear it, single mother this, monkey branch this, all the red pill stuff, right? They hussing and hissing and taking big old breaths and sighing, she just probably had a hot dog in her mouth a couple hours ago, by the way. But here nor there, right? But no, they tripping about all this, and yet there's that quiet gal in the crowd of all these gals that are hating on the truth, and she's got her hand up like, "Hey, I'm here, me, I'm here, hi," But a lot of dudes will overlook that and walk off like, bro, hey, she out there trying to reach out to you, bro, and talk to her. She got something to say, and she might actually speak up and be like, hey, I just want to say that I actually understand what a lot of you guys mean. I know I'm not a man, but I know what it's like to just to be ignored. I've been ignored by my own family. Like, I wasn't seen as the pretty girl growing up. I wasn't, but I've always been loving. I've always helped people out. I was considered Bird. They called me Bird growing up. Maybe I was the skinniest gal in my family. I don't know, but I've always been truthful. I've always been wanting to show love. I always wanted a husband. I always wanted to have a family. I guess I wasn't attractive enough because everybody wanted the vixen. I guess my genetics weren't good enough for a man to even be aroused by. You know, uh, and you'll have even parents neglect a certain gal because maybe they thought she wasn't pretty enough growing up. Like, this stuff is deep, man. It's deep. And she had to find her own way, and she became this marvelous looking specimen. And, she'll have to say, hey, I didn't have support growing up. But blessed be the young lady that grew up with that lack of support, and you still became a wonderful looking and wonderful woman internally and emotionally. And you're just waiting on that man that appreciates someone like yourself. Like, much blessings to you. And I'll say all that to say that your kindness and your niceness is never too good to be true for a man. Most men actually long for that, and they see this facade from all these vixen bods. That's what's going on. All these gals that have turned men down all these years, you know what I'm saying? Like, And I say this, guys, like, get with that young gal that, she the nerdy type. Yeah, she gonna have a low body count because most guys were not attracted to her like that growing up. So, but hey, you know what? I'd say that she the one that's the most humble. She the one that don't have that much trauma. You know, some gals grow up their whole life like that, not ever having a man, not ever having children. And that's sad too, because there is a generation of the baby boomers for sure, and even some Gen X type of females that never had children and never had a chance to get married because they never found an intelligent man or a man that appreciated their intelligence. Because there was a time in the 90s, y'all know this, going back to the days of Freaknik and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dudes just wanted a freaky vixen. They didn't want the gal that was willing to fix him a plate. Even early in the 90s, dudes, I don't know what happened. I think it was just a generational gap of how dudes ended up raised, how they grew up. Like, you not valuing what a real wife is and what a real woman is supposed to be. And a great attribute of what a real woman and a real wife is supposed to be is the act. And the fact that she's actually intelligent. Like, she's intelligent. Come on, guys. Like, it ain't just about her being able to twerk and all that crap and being built like a vixen. Like, come on, man. Like, but unfortunately, there's that lost generation of a lot of the feminine that are between baby boomers and Gen X's. And I know countless stories of gals that ended up never having a man or having a family because they were just overlooked. And on top of that, a lot of guys from their time and their generation were not about that higher vibration. Okay. Like, that's not talked about either. We can't just say it's all woman's fault. There were a lot of guys that actually did not want an intelligent woman, you know, albeit some of those type of gals did switch and became independent women. And that's another conversation too, right? All this stuff has leadways, right? This deep rabbit hole. That's why one can't really argue about these things. We just have to start having a conversation about it. But yeah, a lot of girls from back in the days that were very intelligent and just wanted a man was overlooked a lot of times. And then I guess you could say with the toxic monogamy and the serial monogamy that started to show up a lot too, it brought up a lot of insecurities amongst all of us, not just a specific group of people. So that messed things up too. So, whew, but that's for another conversation. All I'm going to say though is, yo, if you got a Myra in your life, bro, you better keep Myra around. You know what I mean? Keep Myra around. Forget Laura. That's all I got to say. If there's nothing else you get from this video, okay, forget Myra, and you need to be talking more. Let me take it back. Forget Laura, and you need to be talking more with Myra. Don't be like Steve Urkel, overlooking Myra for Laura and changing himself, putting himself in a freaking machine to become Stefan. Nah, man. Get you a Myra. Nothing wrong with knowing a Myra. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nothing wrong with knowing a Myra. I admire Myras. Thanks a million.